All insecure attachment styles have a self concept completely based around shame. I'm Dr. Sarah Hensley. I'm a specialized social psychologist and I've been studying the science of attachment and attraction inside romantic relationships for nearly 20 years. So, a lot of you are probably wondering, what does this mean? So, self esteem is, how do I feel about myself? Self concept is the answer to the question, who am I? And for those who developed insecure attachments and have childhood attachment trauma, the answer to that question is, I am shameful. And it's important to remember that this happens at a subconscious level. So people aren't walking around consciously like, I'm so shameful. I have so much shame. I am intrinsically not worth anything. No, that's not what's happening. These are deeply rooted subconscious triggers. And over time, we develop very predictable thought patterns and emotional responses to those triggers that result in a behavioral trauma response, like fight, flight, freeze, or fawn inside of our relationships. And so, the key to secure attachment is being able to bring your nervous system into a very strong felt sense of safety called a ventral vagal response, and being able to consistently maintain this response even in difficult moments inside of our relationship. But if you have a core self concept of shame, so much of what you will try to do around regulating your nervous system isn't going to work. You can practice lots of regulation exercises, but if you are not fundamentally aware of how shame is showing up inside of your own life, you're not going to be able to change the idea that you have intrinsic value beyond the conditional value you have inside of your own relationships based on your own partner's wants, needs, and desires. Because let's face it, love is unconditional, but relationships are very conditional. And those reminders that we are under a set of conditions in order to have access to our partner can bring about so much unrealized shame inside of us, dysregulating us and keeping us from being able to respond securely to our partners. So, when I teach people proper emotional processing and nervous system regulation, we definitely focus on understanding how emotions that are shame based come up and need to be processed appropriately in order to maintain consistent nervous system regulation, allowing us to show up as securely attached to people inside of our relationships. And so, if you're a parent out there, one of the things that you can do to raise securely attached kids is making sure that your relationship and love for your kid is unconditional, while making sure that there are boundaries in place with them so that they make good decisions for themselves. But the ways that we speak to them, the ways that we respond to them, the ways that we interact with them, and the ways that we interact with our romantic partner in front of them can either give them an inherent, intrinsic sense of self-worth. Like, I am worthy just because I am a human being, right? Versus I am only worthy if I meet certain conditions. If you would like to learn more about attachment, how to raise secure kids, or how to be able to show up secure in your relationships and heal that attachment trauma, you can visit me at my website, thedatingdecoder.com.